Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks, and today I'm going to talk about Polycab versus Havels. Which one is a better company to invest into and which one you should get in at these valuations. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation. People taking any position to any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about the comparison, here's a small request. Kindly support me on Patreon, and once you do that, it will help me grow the channel, help you also ask me questions and eke out answers in greater detail. Once you get the $10 membership, you'll have access to my portfolio, my watch list, and a number of podcasts that I put up from time to time. And also, if you can pay $100, you get 1 year access by paying for 10 months, and that is a good you can say 16% discount. For detailed market or company talk, you can directly email me and we can work things out with a fee. And also, if you cannot pay through card or take membership at Patreon, you can also take membership on YouTube and you get all the benefits of Patreon plus 4 exclusive live sessions on each weekend in a month. Now about the industry that we are talking about, home improvement space has been in focus over the last few months and has been doing well, whether wires and cables or equipments or electronics or kitchen appliances, etc. And large investors are looking to invest on declines into this space, and many small cap companies, mid cap companies are being bought by large individual investors. And real estate activity is also fueling the growth. So, as long as more homes are being built and more construction being done, there's inevitably the sales would come through into these companies which are related to home improvement and houses. Both the companies are top class in their segment, and but there's one thing that Polycab has been gaining more traction. Polycab has been gaining more market share over the last 10 years compared to what Havels has done. So set to grow at greater pace as demand will only surge going forward, and second and third tier cities to see greater growth going forward for sure because of more housing activities that are taking place in small cities and towns. So I think over the next 2 3 years this sector is going to perform extremely well. If we look at the comparison between Polycab and Havels, Polycab has a market cap of 37,000 crores, so still a mid cap. Havels is around 86,000 crores, a much larger company. Margins are much better in, you can say, Havels, slightly better ROE in Havels. And but you need to understand that Polycab is trading at 3 times sales, whereas Havels is trading at nearly 7 times sales, and there lies the difference in valuations. I still believe Polycab is much cheaper on you can say when we consider how much time sales they are trading at. 7% FIIs and nearly 9% DIIs are invested into Polycab, whereas 27% FII investments and 7% domestic investment is in Havels. So a large amount of FII investment is there in Havels, and that is why probably the way the stock fell from the top, the reason could be that FIIs were, you can say, diluting their stake, and probably buy at lower levels, they'll do that. So I think numbers would come through for both the companies. If you look further, then return on capital employed is again better in terms of Havels, but stock hasn't done that well. So Havels is up 180, 190% in the last 12 months. So whereas Polycab is up 2.5 times over the last 12 months, and still on market cap to sales, Polycab looks much attractive. Uh, Nearly the same promoter holding for both the companies. And as we see here, Polycab is trading at 43 times earnings and Havels is trading at 68 times earnings. In that regard, also, Polycab looks attractive, but you need to understand that both the companies are at very high, you can say, price to earning ratio. They are not quite in those 2025 zones that we used to see most of the stocks say about a decade back or even 5 6 years back. So things have changed dramatically with respect to valuations. So be careful in buying into any of these two companies at these valuations. So in a nutshell, both the companies are trading at high valuations. That's what I meant. So, but sector is set to take off as economies open. So basically, what it means is that the PE might not expand, earnings will expand, and if there is earning disappointment in the next 2 3 quarters, then you will see a sharp decline in any of these stocks. So you have to be careful buying into them. Probably buy after the earnings are out and you have looked at the earnings. Polycab is gaining market share, and that is a huge positive for the company. Although right now they have gained decently, and it seems like that gain of market share might only reduce going forward. So they have reached to a, you can say, a capacity or a juncture where they'll earn through the you can say market share that they have already gained. So at this point of time, I don't know whether the move would be that sharp as it has been for Polycab in the last 2 years on the stock. Havels really need to come out with very good numbers in order to sustain the top class growth, and I think both have decent return ratios, but valuations are stretched in both. Wait for Snapfall to get into any. So basically, what I would suggest is that if you are an investor, want to buy as an investment, wait for those levels of 17,000 or 16,000 on the Nifty. There will be declines in the Nifty of 15 20%, and that's when you get into such companies. So my call on the stock is that Polycab looks a better pick at these valuations, but Havels has larger protect portfolio, so you can take your pick. Seems like Polycab is more attractive, and you can buy that. So if you have Polycab from lower levels, you can definitely hold on to it. Havels can be accumulated at these valuations or on slight decline, but have a complete, you can say, portfolio of less than 10%, you can say, in these two. So about, say, no more than 12 13% combined. So this was my video on the comparison between Polycab and Havels. Please like and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so you can get my video straight away when I post it. Thanks a lot for watching, and kindly do support me on Patreon or YouTube. Thank you.